like right at the best part of the pancake mix or pancake sequence, the dumping of the syrup. Anyway, welcome to the video. If you're a first time viewer, welcome. If you're back from a previous video, welcome back. It is New Year's Eve. And today what I want to talk about after I eat my breakfast is I want to talk about the gear that I'm using to train. I get a lot of questions about what am I using for each individual sport. And to be quite honest, it's just easier to make one big video. It's going to be a little bit longer of a video, but where I just show every piece that I'm using for training. Now, I'm not going to break out every single pair of shorts and every single pair of jammers and every single bike kit or triathlon kit, but I'm going to talk about the individual pieces for each sport that I'm using, and I'm going to tell you what you probably need to start with and what you don't need to start with. So if you're new to triathlon, I'm going to give you a disclaimer right off the get-go. You do not need everything I'm going to show in this video. Okay, also another disclaimer, 0 products in this video are sponsored. So I don't have any sponsorships because I'm like the smallest of small-time triathletes. This is just what I use, and if you want to use it, great. If you have a different brand, cool. There's not gonna be any links to any products down below because I don't have any affiliate links. This is just what I'm using for my training, and I'll even tell you whether or not you need it to start if you're just starting triathlon or just getting into triathlon. So let me finish my pancakes and I'll get to the swim. Alright, so I'm done with breakfast. Had 2 protein pancakes. So good, and I had them on purpose because today I have a long swim. Before I go to the pool, let's talk about what I'm using to train in the pool for this particular Ironman. I have everything laid out on the floor, as you'll... Alright, so the first thing that I say is probably the most important thing is you need swim trunks. Now these are not your regular board shorts, beach trunks type thing. These are called swim jammers, and they're basically really tight swim trunks, and you see them in Speedo form and little, other types of short form. These, if you are training for a triathlon or whatever, are going to be essential because this is going to get you used to being in the pool, and it's going to minimize the amount of drag, so you're going to feel the water and you're going to go smoother through the water, and that's what it's all about. Now, I assume you could probably use your board shorts in the pool. However, you'd create a lot of drag, and then it would feel different when you got into a race. These are going to be essential for your training and get like 3 or 4 pairs, because if you're in the pool as often as I am, 1 pair is just not going to be enough. Also, be careful, they will stretch over time, so if you start losing weight, you're going to want to get smaller pairs. I have a couple of these, and they are quite pricey. I think these are like 40 bucks a piece, but I got Nike, Speedo, whatever the hell your sports store sells. Okay, this is the main piece, number 1, and I've got to put these on a little bit. The second most important thing is goggles. Now these are the main ones I wear. They're I think they're the Special Ops 2.0. They are getting kind of old, so they're getting the lenses are getting kind of scratched, or at least the covering on the lenses. I also have an extra pair because I forgot mine at home once, and I had to go and grab something extra. So these are, I don't even know what these are. These might be Speedo. Yeah, these are Speedo brand goggles. Tinted lenses. Now you might want to get tinted, you might want to get polarized, you might want to get clear lenses depending on your race conditions and how your water that you're swimming in is. Different race conditions are going to require different lens filtering based on where the sun is and how dark the water can get at times. Most of my races where I have to end up looking into the sun rising from the east, so the tinted or polarized works well for me. Now, a couple other pieces that I've only bought this year are, first we have these hand paddles, and these are neoprene paddles. They have plastic ones. My sporting goods store did not have the plastic ones. These are basically used so that when you are practicing your pull, your catch and pull, you can feel the water, and you're essentially isolating the muscle that is used for the catch and pull. You will definitely feel that in your lats, but the whole point of these extra tools is so that you get used to swimming and feeling what the proper form looks like. Okay, so those are good for building your lats and kind of feeling how the water and how your swim stroke is supposed to be. This piece of styrofoam is my least favorite piece of gear. This is a pull buoy. Now this goes between your legs, your thighs, knees, ankles, wherever you want to put it. Each position does different things for your legs, but this keeps your legs still, all right? Because you got to squeeze your legs to close it. You can't be kicking your legs to help you work on your upper body strength and your pulling. I don't like this one. This is the only one my sports store had because it's very slick, and when you put it in certain on the jammers, it ends up sliding around, and I end up spending more time chasing this in the water than I do actually swimming with it where it's supposed to be. So I haven't used this in a few weeks. I'm hoping my coach is like, yeah, your body position's pretty good, because what this will do is it'll help, keep your legs up closer to the surface while, so you're not dragging them down while you're just focused on your upper body. The last piece that I have for training is fins. Yes, I am using these in the pool, and it's okay because these are going to help train your kick, especially when you're not using your arms and you're just kicking to have your legs feel that motion in the water. I don't use these for many sets, usually like 1 or 2 working sets, a warm-up set just to kind of get the blood flowing, just kind of get those muscles activated. But these are fun. They're not my favorite. I don't really love the accessories. I like the paddles, the hand ones more than anything, but you will definitely feel these working and activating like your hips and your adductors and abductors and your glutes and your hamstrings and your hip flexors and stuff like that. You'll feel all of that being worked once you put these on. Now the last thing I have, and this necessarily isn't for training a lot, but it's going to be for training. I wore it last week actually. Is going to be the wetsuit. Now for me, I have an Xterra wetsuit, okay? Again, none of these are sponsored, but I bought this a couple years ago. I bought that in 2016 before I started racing in North Carolina. I had borrowed a long sleeve wetsuit for Knoxville, did not like the long sleeve, so I went out and I found a short sleeveless one. That fits me perfect, fits me better. I feel a little bit more mobile in the shoulders. I don't feel like I'm being restricted. They come in different sizes, different fittings, different brands are going to do things differently. I live in Florida. I don't use a wetsuit very often. I will need one for St. George, so I have one. Now, of the gear that I just showed you, what will you need right away to start? Swim jammers and goggles. If you're doing a little bit more open water swim, you may want swim caps. You may want to get swim caps. The wetsuit is really good for open water, especially when it starts getting colder. I wore this last week. The Gulf was about 65 to 67 degrees, and I felt great actually. But yeah, what you need to get started: pair of swim jammers, pair of goggles, go. All the extra stuff that I just showed you is extra. You don't necessarily need it to get started. So, on that note, I'm going to change. I'm going to get ready to go to the pool. I have a time trial today of 1 mile in the water. It's just 1,650 yards of go. So I'm not going to go like super fast because I don't want to burn myself out, but I'm definitely not going to go slow. I want to see how fast I can swim 1 mile straight through. And I've been waiting for this day for quite some time. When I get back from the pool, we'll talk about the other 2 sports. All right, so we're getting ready to go to the gym, but we're in the garage, so I want to talk about the bike leg and what I'm using to train for the bike. Clearly, all the bike training is done in here for now. As we get closer to the race, I've actually thought about bringing the bike and the trainer into my office so I can do training there, so I can actually bring a space heater in and make it hotter to get acclimated more to the heat that I'm going to face in Utah. But what are we working with so far? All right, so what are we working with on the bike? Well, first thing we have is the most expensive piece of gear I own for triathlon, and that is the Triathlon Bike. Now this is a 2015 Quintana Roo CD01. This obviously is a one-time purchase. I don't have to buy this every year. Thankfully, I would go broke. This was, when I bought it in 2015, it was $2,800. And it's probably been the most, it's dirty as shit right now. I need to clean it, but this has been through a lot of races with me, okay? Obviously, it's still there. Now Nothing on the bike, with the exception of these two bottle cages, has been upgraded. I still have all the original components on the bike. The seat, the cranks, the gears, etc. All of that is still the original. The arrow handlebars, even the arrow, the tape on the handlebars is all original. The wheels are all original. So I didn't upgrade my bike. Now you can upgrade your bike. Are there better investments you can make? Yes. Okay. But for right now, that is that. Now, the one thing I will say about the bike is when you buy a bike, it's going to come with your standard pedals. When you get deeper into racing, the standard pedals are just not going to be good enough because you're not going to be able to generate the force the entire way. You'll be able to push down, but you won't be clipped in to where you can pull the pedal. So I had to get additional pedals. Now these are specific types of pedals that I can clip my shoes into here, and now I'd be fully attached into the bike. With those, I had to buy bike shoes, and those are the clips that are underneath the bike that clip onto the pedals and make everything go. So now I'm fully attached. I can push and pull with both my hamstrings, my quads, and my glutes, and even my calves a little bit. Okay, that is the bike. And of course, the last piece of safety gear, you need a bike helmet. Okay, that's a standard helmet. I may or may not upgrade. It's actually not a bad investment to upgrade the helmet, and so on. So that is the basic bike setup. Now, the other piece of bike gear that I have is this was purchased this year. This is the Wahoo Kicker Core. Okay, and it is a smart trainer that my bike literally stays attached to, and it stays attached to the bike. And what that does is through Bluetooth and ANT3 technology, that trainer connects to my laptop through the riding software. And when I'm riding, if I'm going up a hill or my coach needs me to go push more power, all we have to do is program it into the riding software, and that will control the tension on the trainer. So I can simulate going up and down hills and so on and so forth, which makes it a little bit better than just riding on a standard trainer where you're constantly just kind of guessing at the tension and you have to make it difficult for yourself. That is going to be a one-time purchase. I probably will not purchase another piece of trainer gear for a while. There are other levels of it. You can get one that has a climbing attachment where you would take your front fork of the bike and put it on this thing, so when you're going up hills, it elevates and then goes back down. It descends at the same time. I don't need that yet. I know I'm training for a ride with hills, but I don't need that. And that is essentially the bike leg. Now, obviously, I'm not getting into supplements and all this other good stuff and water bottles and supplements and aerodynamic stuff. There will be upgrades to this bike come closer to race day. I will be adding a bento box, or to hold nutrition. I'll be putting an aerodynamic water cage probably behind the seat so that I can put my bottles there instead of in the frame. And there will probably be other changes too. But for now, that is the bike leg. And that is the most expensive leg for training. Now, what do you need to start? We'll get back to this. You need a bike. When I started, I did not have a $2,800 bike. I had a $150 hybrid road bike. It was a steel road bike from Walmart. It got me through 3 sprints until I decided that I wanted to go deeper into triathlon. You don't need something big like this. Find a used one, find a road bike. Some local smaller triathlons like the one we have at the beach, I've seen people riding beach cruisers. I've seen people riding mountain bikes. Okay, you just need a bike to get to know whether or not you like the sport. Oh yeah, also, you're gonna wanna get a couple pairs of bike shorts. Now, bike shorts are different than the swim, same kind of material, but bike shorts have built-in padding for underneath the undercarriage area. This is going to be a big help because this seat right here, not comfortable at all. So you'll definitely want a couple pairs of those bike shorts because you will get sweaty, they will get nasty, and you'll be washing them every other day. Now, there's additional things you can do based on weather. You can get long, cold weather gear, footies, and so on and so forth. I live in Florida. I don't have it. I don't need it. I don't want it. But there are other things out there. So that is the bike leg. I'm gonna take my pre-workout and go meet my wife at the gym, and I'm probably gonna hit legs a little bit today. I don't know how much you're gonna get on video, but I'm gonna try to hit legs. So, see you at the gym. All right, we're at the gym. I just finished my leg workout. It was hella busy, so I didn't get any video footage. I didn't want to bother anybody while they were working out. I usually only get gym footage here when it's, you know, fairly dead. But yeah, leg workout killed me. I look like I pissed myself all over my legs. It's just leg sweat. So I did legs even after being exhausted from the pool. So I'm gonna go home, eat some lunch or eat something, and then I'm gonna talk about running, and then we get to enjoy the rest of New Year's Eve and get ready to start 2022 the right way. All right, so the last leg of triathlon is the run. So let's talk about what I'm using as far as run training goes. Now, first and foremost, you gotta have running shorts, okay? Now, you can run in any short you want, whatever you're comfortable with. I have graduated to the actual running shorts. They're lightweight. They're, you know, my wife is starting to, you know, convert me into the 5 to 7 inch seams so that they come mid-thigh. Again, they're lightweight. They're, you know, water resistant type things, so, you know, water wicks away. I have some from Under Armour. I have some from Flagner Fail. I like the Flagner Fail because it has a compression short built into it, and with that compression short is a pocket, so if I'm bringing my phone or nutrition, I can slide that into that pocket. But I'm not running with my phone during this training period because I can't have it during the race. So mentally, I need to build up the ability to run without worrying about listening to music or getting into a rhythm, just being able to run and occupy my own mind. Okay, so outside of shorts, what do you need? You need shoes. Again, if you've been following my channel at all for the last couple years, these are my Hoka Rincons. The Rincon 2s, I think. These are my go-to running shoes. I've tried Nike, I've tried Adidas, I've tried Under Armour, I've tried Brooks. These are the ones that I like the best. They're soft, they have a nice cushion here, they have a decent drop, and they don't hurt me at all, and I'm a bigger guy, so I like the extra cushion when I run. I also have the Carbon X shoes, which I don't like these for distance, but I like these for short, faster workouts. These have that carbon plate in the sole. I don't use these very often. I used them the other day or last night, or whenever I had my last speed workout. Like I said, I like these for speed, but not long distance, because these are the ones that actually hurt my foot to the point where I almost had a stress fracture. Now, as far as shorts go, if you are using, where do I have it? If you're using regular running shorts, whatever, and you feel you've run before longer distances and you start to chafe, get something like this. Now, this is Gold Bond, but they have, you know, Runner's Glide or whatever, where you rub it in your, you know, in your areas that you chafe, and it'll just kind of keep you from chafing. I put it here, under here, where my heart rate monitor connects. I put it inner thighs. I put it, you know, where the bike padding would go, just to kind of get extra comfort, extra whatever, and depending on the shirt I'm wearing, if I'm wearing more of a cottony type shirt, put it on my nipples to get my nipples from rubbing raw, because let me tell you, you rub raw, the next 45 seconds in the shower are going to suck, okay? With that, hydration and nutrition, if I'm bringing it on a run, I usually bring this hand bottle. It's got a little pouch. I can put some nutrition in here, not a whole lot. This is about a 16-ounce bottle. It does the trick, you know, you can lock it in your hand so you don't have to worry about dropping it or like grabbing onto it the whole time. I don't like holding on to things while I'm running because I sweat and it's just weird. I also have this, I also have this bottle which wraps around like kind of like a fanny pack. This sits on your small of your back. This is a 22-ounce bottle. I've only run with this once last year during the summer. I wasn't too thrilled about it, but again, I only used it once. But this is a good place to kind of just put water on your back to keep it tight against your body so it's not bouncing around. I have a running belt with two 9 or 10-ounce bottles on it here. Sometimes that works, sometimes I feel good. Again, it's only 18 ounces. Thankfully, there's aid stations that I can refill them if I have to. So if I do go with the running bottles, I think I have them. Yeah, these are the bottles. 9, 10 ounces. So if I feel the need to refill these, I can just refill them. That's the nutrition in the water. Again, I'm not going to go into supplements at all in this, but another piece that I didn't talk about at all in the other 2 events that I use for all 3 events is the Garmin Watch. Now this is the Garmin 920 XT. I bought this just after Miami in 2015 because I couldn't track my Miami times at all, and it was really weird. So I got this watch, Triathlon Watch. It does running indoors, outdoors, biking indoor, outdoor, swimming, pool, and open water, and then it goes into triathlon mode. Now this is an older model. I don't think they sell the 920 XT anymore, but they do have the newest models. These can get up there in price. I think the newest models are like $500. This one was like three something on, and I got it on sale. With that, I also use this for mainly for the bike and run right now, but I can use this for the swim. It is a heart rate monitor. Obviously, it's a chest strap heart rate monitor. This pairs directly with the watch. It pairs with my Zwift software for the bike. Again, that's the triathlon version, so I can use it in the water. I just haven't. I've only used it one time in the water, and it is what it is. But it's really good, again, if you're tracking data, you're tracking those numbers. That's cool. All right, now one last thing I need to show you guys that I haven't really talked about is the software that I'm using. So let me go ahead and flip the camera around. There's 2 main pieces of software that I use for my training. Okay, one is a free account, one is I had to pay and upgrade it. Now the first one is Training Peaks. Training Peaks is a software where my coaches can put all my workouts in here. So if I go to the calendar, and they can track my status, and you can see all of my workouts and how I've done, and I can add comments back and forth with my coaches and see, week to week what I've done, what I'm doing, and so on and so forth. So with Training Peaks, my coaches can put in the workouts. I just do the workouts. I pull it up, whatever, either on the bike. Certain workouts I can upload directly into Zwift, which is the biking software I'm going to show you in a second. And then like for the runs, I can just go out and do the run or the swim. I just, they post the workout, I just do the workout. You can, like I did with last night's workout, you can export the file and then import it into the Garmin and upload it to my watch. So that is actually a lot more helpful when it's like a built workout, like intervals and stuff like that. But yeah, so that one was free because I didn't upgrade to the platinum or whatever mode it was, but my coaches still have access to that. Now Zwift, on the other hand, so Zwift, as you can see, so this is where it would connect to all your paired devices. Obviously nothing's gonna pair, so we're just gonna skip this part. Yes, we're gonna skip okay. Now here, I can pick a whole bunch of different routes from select courses. Now they're fictional, some of them, like this one's Central Park. There's a lot of New York stuff right here, and each one has different elevation levels and so on and so forth, and you can pick whichever one you want to ride with. You can pick from their fake world, Watopia, because it's Wahoo, and sometimes they have like real world places that you can ride, but nothing's awesome. Or you can just pick a training workout. You can do one that you're when I do my power intervals, my coach will upload. I can upload it directly into this, or I can just just ride. Let's see. This software can be used for the bike and the treadmill. So like if I was going to use this for a treadmill workout, I could do that. I'm not going to because I don't. And then it tracks your progress, your data, and so on and so forth. Let's see. I don't think I have access to my profile from here, but this software actually costs, I think, $15 a month. So that's a good software to use when you're tracking your rides, and it can integrate directly with Training Peaks and my Garmin watch, so it'll do all that other stuff. And that's essentially all I'm using for training. So all of the stuff you're seeing that I do on a week-to-week basis, that's it. Nothing special, no tricks, no whatever. That is all I'm doing. So that's the instructional part of this video. Now we're gonna get back and we're gonna watch the rest of the day play out. It is New Year's Eve, so my wife, once she gets settled in, she just got back from the gym, we're gonna watch some TV. I'm not sure if we're gonna watch the show she's watching or if we're gonna watch some Cobra Kai. Then we're gonna get dinner, and you know what? I'm not gonna tell you about it. Just watch it.
We're delighted to be joined today by Laura Rutledge. She's with Nick Saban.
Thank you, Sean. Coach, obviously you're not going to fill the shoes of John as a starter.
I mean, it's a great feeling, man. Just having this team behind me, this team trusting me to go out there.
Alright, so I'm ending an episode. It is after midnight. It is officially like 12:20 something. Oh, it's foggy out. Alright, so it is officially about 12:20 something. Happy New Year. Ending this video here. We didn't do much of anything. We watched a bunch of shows. My wife's got into a new show. It's not a new show, but she started watching it now, and I'm watching it with her. Not that I care, but I'm watching it with her. Anyway, son of a bitch. Happy New Year. This is the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Helps the channel out. Plus, lets me know that my video content is worth watching. But I'll see you guys in the next episode.